Hi guys, welcome to your August 2021. This is going to be the What Aren't They Telling You Timeless Reading Week 1 weekend for the beautiful sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. By now, you probably have already seen your bonus. Let's go ahead and get right into it. If you're new here with me, hello, hello. If you are returning, welcome back. If you're subscribed to the tribe, what's good, fam bam? Hello to my members, hello to my patrons, and my Buy Me a Coffee members or supporters. Thank you so much. Let's get into it. A couple things in this particular reading. First of all, happy 8/8 portal and new moon in Leo. Please, if you're unfamiliar with that, go and check that out. That video, again, will be available for you guys on the other channel if you want to know where this new moon is going to be hitting you, Aries, okay? Some of the things between you and your person that slapped me right in the face as I was shuffling is two things, and that's trust issues and hurtful words that brought the ship crashing down. And the person maybe knows that they have the trust issues and maybe they are being overly sensitive. If the story doesn't make sense, well, we're going to clarify what I'm drawn to anyway. But I wanted to draw some attention to that because there are some trust issues, but I feel like Aries, this person brought that energy into the relationship. Now, it's okay if they do, but you have to discern between, you know, the past and the future. I mean, the past and the present. And sometimes your past kind of spills over into the present. And I feel like that's exactly what has taken place right here. Okay. The very first card and describing what they're not telling you is the Ace of Cups, beautiful energy. The second card is the Ten of Wands, that's responsibility. By the way, the key word on the Ace of Cups is emotions. And if you missed those keywords, I have been linking them in the description box for this video. In the heart place, we do have the Two of Swords, and this is difficulties. Absolutely. We also have the Ten of Swords here, which is completion. Right now, I'm already looking at two tens. So if it has been a Ten of Wands and it looks like they're now taking responsibility for things that they couldn't do and the burdens that they have been carrying on their own, Aries, that's at an end. They're taking responsibility, and now the stress that they have caused or the mental anguish, and we're going to get into these, as you know, individually and put it together, but that's coming to a close. These tens are all about completing the cycle regardless of what 10 it is. That means that you have worked through the entire soup. And as a result of that, you have probably had some valuable lessons. And it was, you know, you had your ups, you had your downs, but now you're at a point where you can appreciate the journey and also learn enough not to allow certain things to happen again, okay? We end with the Sun, and this is happiness. Also at the top of the deck, we have the Star, which is wishes, as well as the Knight of Pentacles, patience. And it's interesting when you see what is actually clarifying this. But let's get into it one at a time. Okay, so obviously we know what the Ace of Cups is. It's been a really interesting week. Two cards have come out a lot, and this is one of them. So this is emotions. This is the Ace of Cups, okay? And I just want to obviously say that this person really just wants to get back to love. They want to get back to a great place with you, want to get back to, you know, that intimacy and that love that they have, allowing their heart to make the decisions and not all of the things that you guys have went through as far as hurtful words, whether it be in the past or in the present. They just want to let it go and be able and want a brand new beginning in love. At the very minimum, that is what they're desiring. When we're talking about these Ten of Wands, obviously we know that this has been a heavy load and a heavy burden for this person that loves you. It's been a struggle, Aries. They're taking responsibility now for their Ten of Wands, for feeling burdened, for the things that they have done to make the load heavier for themselves, okay? Maybe it was the hurtful words. Maybe it was the trust issues. Again, they're taking responsibility for the part that they played. 5 of these wands belong to you and 5 of these wands belong to them, okay? But they're taking responsibility for their half. and they no longer want to be overextended with your load, or trying to fight an uphill battle. Right now, all they want to do is just focus on taking responsibility for, you know, what they brought to the table and going from there. And they hope that you will do the same. As a result of that in the heart place, I don't know whether you guys have spoken, but it's difficult for them to do this. And honestly, oh, every now and again, I get that cigarette smoke. Completely off topic, Aries. So, as you can probably tell, there's all sorts of, you know, divine, you know, incense and frankincense and myrrh and blah, blah, blah. But I have a neighbor that smokes, and sometimes it's late, so she must be out there smoking. Poor thing. Little old, the nicest little lady in the world, but she smokes. Not judging, but the walls are so thin sometimes where my office is located. I can smell her on her balcony smoking. Anyway, this is where this comes in. I do feel like this person is definitely struggling with this. They have blocked out their emotions, which is another thing that has allowed such difficulties in their heart. Again, they know that the hurtful words, and I'm not, again, taking responsibility away from you, Aries. I'm just saying that I think this person is understanding that, again, they have made the load for themselves a little bit worse based upon how they are choosing to handle things, and this is no exception. One of the difficulties about doing anything with someone who kind of takes their fear and then they reach an impasse, or they refuse to, they're staying stuck, or they're refusing to decide to do anything and want to stay stuck in the pain. You can't grow with a person like that. And so this person is understanding that this isn't going to work, but right now this is exactly what they're doing, and they're coming clean and saying, I'm sorry for doing that. And just to let you know, what is clarifying that is the divine masculine. So there's a lesson in this that needs to be learned, and we haven't gotten there yet, but there's definitely a lesson here. Whomever the masculine is, of course it can be you, Aries, or the person that you are definitely connecting with. And just to let you know, there is water here, obviously. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, more Libra, Gemini, Aquarius with the Ten of Swords. Again, the same thing with the Ten of Wands. The difficulty is that this person kind of gets stuck in analysis paralysis, where they get so focused on the fact that it happened and it shouldn't have happened that they can't get past the fact that it happened. Do you know people like that? Well, that's this person that loves you and is like, well, it shouldn't have happened. It did happen. So are we going to talk about it, move on from it, and promise never to do it again? Or do you want to stay stuck there? Because if you stay stuck, then we obviously can't grow. And a lot of people don't realize that they have this. And sometimes when there's people that when you do say, I'm sorry, they don't believe you. They just say whatever. They don't really believe it. So the same for this. I honestly feel like with this Ten of Swords, you know, a lot of the, I do feel like this person feels like they're a victim. Unfortunately, that's not also the best energy either, because you cannot feel as if you have this why me. I do feel like this blocking out the emotions, Aries, is a thing that they do to kind of cope, and that's fine. But again, if we're not growing, then what's the purpose? So they know in their heart that they have provided the difficulties on their own. And right now, this is coming to an end. Thank God. So again, 5 of those particular swords is what they bring to the table. You know, terrible misfortunes with this card represents trouble that are more melodramatic than real. And that's the point. That's the point. And I don't want to invalidate anybody's feelings. If you have hurtful words, and some of us really get caught up in words, that's this card. And it's like, listen, stop this. Like, you should not penalize someone else for your pain. At some point, you have to take responsibility of who you are. People don't know you beyond when they meet you in these relationships. And this person definitely is realizing, because of the loss of you and some other things that they're going through from a spiritual perspective, that it's time that they take responsibility, obviously, for their own difficulties that they bring to the table. And we have Sun. They want to be happy. They mean well, Aries. They just have, yes, a bit of a melodramatic way of handling things, but this person does love you. The Sun is here. This is a major arcana, and this is that enlightenment that they need. This is what is beautiful about this card. This is also Leo energy, so congratulations for getting it tonight. And it could be, that the Tower can be enlightening, but the Sun can be enlightenment too. Obviously, when we get the enlightenment from the Tower, which probably already has taken place between you guys, that can bring a different type of realization. But they both bring revelations. So that is what it is. And I feel like it could be said that they have, let me put these to the side, that they have had a lot of time to spend by themselves, Aries. Top of the deck is the Star. And, that Sun is one of the happiest cards of the deck. So they really want to get back to that. But one of the things that they're doing is they wish that they can get past this. But I'm hoping that they're going to take this. I do not see Temperance, but I'm hoping that they're going to take this and really take their time, because what they wish for is you. They still do. They have some ways that they have dealt, that they feel, they do kind of feel like they're victims a little bit. Because they feel like they're only dealing the card, the hand, they're only playing the card, the hand that they were dealt. And they haven't, up until loving you, walked into their responsibility or looked at things differently. And this relationship with you has done just that. And patience. They want you to be patient with them. That Knight of Pentacles, they say he's one of the slowest moving knights of the deck. And he is, because if you can see, this is about patience. This person is very strong, Aries. They're unwavering. They're hardworking. They're realistic. But, they do have some things that they're dealing with. But they want you to know that they're worth it. And if you can just be patient with them, then you guys can rewrite the love story. They really want to reconcile. That is what's clarifying this beautiful Ace of Cups, okay? There were some things that went on. And Aries, honestly, once you get your outburst out, you're good. This person is probably the one that's holding up the ship. And they're saying, I see now. Do you understand what I'm saying? You don't really hold grudges. You just keep it moving. Like, you just like, okay, all right. Like, you'll have a big blow up because, sitting down and having the patience to kind of talk through your feelings is not really your thing, depending on what else you have in your inners. But honestly, especially Aries Suns, you'll say what you have to say. Boy, will you. And it's probably not going to be the most diplomatic sometimes, because it's very fiery. That could have been one of the things. And because of the way that you have spoken and some of the ways in which you move, that could have caused some of this as well. I'm by no means saying that this person, or invalidating their feelings. I'm just saying that they realized that maybe they were being a bit of a drama king or queen, especially with the Sun here. And, they realize that they can be stubborn. They're going to sit still, and they really want, again, you to be patient with them. But you'll get over things. You'll say what you have to say, blow up, rah-rah like the Dungeon Dragon. And then once you get it out, you're good again. Not this person. This person doesn't operate like that. they're stuck there. They have to work through their difficulties with the Two of Swords. When they hold on to something, and they're not trying to. I can see, you know, where this person is coming from, although I don't necessarily, you know, I'm not here to agree to disagree, just to read the energies, but I see what they're trying to get you to see tonight, okay? So they're taking responsibility, and they want you to know that they're bringing the love back. And I don't think you have a problem with it, Aries. I just think that you're not going to participate in the drama. You're like, okay, listen, we could talk about whatever, but I don't really look at it the way that you do. You know, we have feelings for one another. You really approach things. You know, you're not as serious depending on what else is in your chart. So, you know, I'm not saying that you're not serious, but you just don't look at things the way this person does. But you guys have a bond here. Okay. The Two of Swords is being clarified by the Divine Masculine again. And some of you guys, you know, this is the male in the relationship. It doesn't have to be, but one of you guys works towards things and likes to get shit out in the open and let it go. And the other one likes to snail mail things that's bothering them and stay stuck into what went wrong. And it takes you a little while longer to work through stuff and let it go rather than just letting it go, releasing it as soon as you get it. So that has caused some issues between you guys. The Ten of Swords being clarified by fun times, but they want to get back to the fun. The Sun is being clarified by look for the signs, and the signs all pointed back to you. The Star is being clarified by getting to know you, and they realize that those outbursts kind of disrupted the real getting to know you on a deeper, more intimate level. The King of Pentacles, this patience is being clarified by worth the wait. That was what I wanted to show you. They know that they can be a little crazy. They know that maybe this isn't something that you're used to. They know that they may have trust issues. They know that, you know, hurtful words bother them. They don't want to hear that crap. Listen, I'm not judging. I happen to have the type of personality that I'm going to say it right back to you. And maybe to some that may be, you know, first of all, I'm not me personally, Marv. I'm not going to participate. But if you take me there, oh, let's go. I don't back down from that. But I do have Aries in my chart, in my South Node and in my Descendant. Not in Sun, Moon, right? Not in my inner planets. Well, very, very close, but not in my inner planets. So, but I still understand it. In Aries, I feel like that's what you do too, as a collective. But even if I wasn't talking about Aries, you know, I'm not a Aries, but I do have some Aries influences. That doesn't mean that everybody is the same. So, you know, you guys have a beautiful ability to be able to let things go. Some people take that as you not really giving up. Bleep. And some of you guys don't. So I'm not one that's going to back down, because I try not to give words power. The only time they really mean something, and I think this is probably for a lot of us, is when they care about you. When you care about the person, that's when the words can cut. This person comes to the table with these issues, and they really want to rewrite this. And this is somebody, I feel like, Aries, who this isn't a connection that was really, really, really deep. For some of you guys, it is. I feel like this was something that ended, like it crashed and burned just as soon as it started. Like it never even got an opportunity to really get off the ground. We're going to go into, since we do have hurtful words and trust issues, I'm just going to get a couple for them, from both of them. This is a true love connection for both of these. I'm clarifying both of them at the same time. Well, we know that it's a true connection because this is a divine masculine in the heart place. And that's probably the reason why, Aries, when you try to not degaff, when you try to not gaff, G-A-F, you ended up gaffing because this person, oh my God, because this person is your person. This was a separation, and both sides needed to recharge for self-care. This new 8-8 portal might bring you guys back to one another, I'm telling you. But divine timing is here. This is our third divine, the divine masculine, the true love, divine connection, and the divine time. Yep, fragile heart. Yeah, so the hurtful words and the trust issues come because there has been things in the past that have made this person this way, and they needed a sign. They needed that separation to realize what you meant to them. You can be vulnerable and trust in this connection. Your fragile heart is safe, okay? And it could have started out very fast. Aries, like I told you, lessons of Mars, that's your ruler. Purely physical, sexual attraction. And let's face it, if you are attracted to fire, that's probably what's taking place. There's nothing wrong with that in the beginning. You know, some people just don't know how to date. And unfortunately, don't get me started. A lot of people just don't know how to date. There's a lot of circumstantial relationships, and there is no let's sit down and talk about when these circumstances take place that goes on. And, you know, some people take their intimacy very seriously, as you should. Others can you know, DF. They just don't care. So you can't get mad if you're on either ends of that spectrum and you come across each other. That's why this lessons of Mars is here. Fire and passions run fast and burn without the other elements. And you don't want the crashing and the burning. There should be some discussing. Now, if someone's lying, then that's when it changes, okay? So this is what I see. Ultimately, they definitely realized that they came to the table with these issues, but they want another shot. They really want another shot to, they miss you. They miss you. They want another shot. They want to rewrite this. They want to reconcile. They realize that their feelings was a little bit deeper, and you're worth fighting for, Aries. So like, share, subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. They want you to know that they can be a little cray-cray, but they're worth the wait. And if you just give them a little bit of time and exercise that patience, they promise you that they will be worth this, Aries. So like, share, subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next couple days in the You versus Them. Bye, Aries.